Hi, welcome back to the Pot Smoker's Bible. My name is Zion. I'm the author of the Pot Smoker's Bible, which contains the prophetic book of Zion from the Ketuvim, or Old Testament. It's where I get my name, where me and my people get our nationality, our identity, our heritage, and our calling as priests. And it is also where our enemies meet their fate. Today, we're doing the reading of chapter 13 of the book of Zion, which is the basis of chapter 16 of the Pot Smoker's Bible. It's called Woe unto Them, and it goes like this. Ye who turn judgment into wormwood, and leave off righteousness in the earth, seek him that maketh the 7 stars of Orion, and turneth the shadow of death into morning, and maketh the day dark with night, that calleth for the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. The Lord is his name. That strengtheneth the spoiled against the strong, so that the spoiled shall come against the fortress. They that hate him rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Forasmuch therefore as your treading is upon the poor, and ye have taken from him burdens of wheat, ye have built houses of hewn stone, but ye shall not dwell in them. Ye have planted pleasant vineyards, but ye shall not drink the wine of them. For I know your manifold transgressions, and your mighty sins. They afflicted the just, they take a bribe, and they turn aside the poor in the gate from their right. Therefore the prudent shall keep silent in that time, for it is an evil time. Seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord of hosts shall be with ye, as you have spoken. Hate the evil, love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. The robbery of the wicked shall destroy them, because they refuse to do judgment. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and my men of strength to mingle strong drink, would justify the wicked for reward, and taketh away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousnesses which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right of the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. And what will you do in the day of visitation, and in the desolation that shall come from afar? And to whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Without me they shall bow down under the prisoners, and they shall fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. Woe unto them that join house to house, that lay field to field, till there be no place, that they may be placed alone in the midst of the earth. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemn the just, even they are an abomination unto the Lord. And they say, What doth the Lord know? Is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly. They prosper in this world. They increase in riches. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it to you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And I will exact vengeance and anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. The righteous perish, and no man taketh it to heart. And the merciful man is taken away, none considering that the righteous are taken away from the evil to come. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, every one walking in his uprightness. For he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that hath no help. He shall spare the poor, and save the soul of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. and precious shall be their blood in his sight. Now therefore, be ye not mockers, lest your bonds be made strong. For I have heard from the Lord God of hosts a consumption upon the whole earth. The women of my people have you cast out of their pleasant houses. From their children you have taken away my glory forever. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you, even with the sore destruction. If a man walking in the Spirit and falsehood do lie, saying, I will prophesy unto thee of wine and of strong drink, he shall even be a prophet unto this people. Thus saith the Lord, behold, a people come from the north country, and a great nation shall rise up from the sides of the earth. They shall lay hold on bow and spear. They are cruel, and have no mercy. Their voice roareth like the sea, and they ride upon horses set in array, like men of war, against the daughter of Zion. We have heard the fame thereof. Our hand waxed feeble. Anguish hath taken hold of us, and pain as a woman in travail. Go not forth into the field, nor walk by the way, for the sword of the enemy and fear is on every side. O daughter of my people, and thee, gird thee with sackcloth, and wallow thyself in ashes. Make thy mourning as for an only son. Make bitter lamentation, for the spoiler shall come upon us. The ways of Zion do mourn, because none come to the solemn feasts. All her gates are desolate. Her priests sigh, her virgins are afflicted, and she is in bitterness. Her adversaries are the chiefs, her enemies prosper. For the Lord hath afflicted her for the multitude of her transgressions. Her children are gone into captivity before the enemy, and from the daughter of Zion all her beauty is departed. Her princes are become like harts that find no pasture, and they are all without strength from the pursuer before the pursuer. Art thou not from everlasting, O Lord my God, my Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou shalt ordain them for judgment. And, O mighty God, thou hast established them for correction. Thou art of a purer eye than to behold evil, and canst not look upon iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thou tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he? He shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break into pieces the oppressor. And as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I judge between cattle and cattle, between rams and the he-goats. Seemeth it a small thing that unto you, to have eaten up the good pasture? But you must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures, and to have drunk of the deep waters, but ye must foul the residue with your feet? Therefore thus saith the Lord God unto them, behold, I, even I, will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle, because you have thrust with the side and with the shoulder, and pushed all the diseased with your horns, until you have scattered them abroad. Therefore will I save my flock, and they shall no more be a prey, and I will judge between cattle and cattle. And I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them, even my servant David, a prince among them. I, the Lord, have spoken it, and I will make with them a covenant of peace, and it will cause the evil beasts to cease out of the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness and sleep in the woods. And I will make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the shower to come down in his season, and there shall be showers of blessings. And the trees of the field shall yield her fruit, and earth shall yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord, when I shall break the bonds of their yoke, and deliver them out of the hands of them that serve themselves of them. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beasts of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid. And I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall no more be consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the shame of the heathen any more. Thus shall they know that I, the Lord their God, am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, saith the Lord God. Thus ends chapter 16 of the Potsmoker's Bible and chapter 13 of the Book of Zion. May the gray watch over you, guide you, protect you, teach you right from wrong, and may you always be worthy of them. May your thoughts, words, and deeds reflect truth, good, and light. Stay happy and stay high. Know that the gray and I love you. I'll say later now, because I'll never say goodbye.